G'day and welcome to another episode of Let's Have a Smoke and Think About It. Today I'm going to be folding a lot of clothes, but in order to do that I need to make some of those clothes folding machines that you see on The Big Bang Theory. I'll try and insert a photo somewhere about here. And I'll explain at that stage how I got those dimensions so that it all works nicely. I'll see you soon. Okay, so I've now changed positions. I'm outside because I don't want to cut onto the dining room table. But what I've come up with is these measurements. A whole lot of numbers at the moment, but I'll explain them to you in a sec. I'll explain them to you now even. So what I did was I measured the width and the depth of the drawers. So my drawers are side that standard type of drawer, and so the width was 540 across the inside of the drawer by 300 from the front to back. The kids' drawers are the opposite way with the head, so it's a longer drawer rather than wide. Theirs was 270 wide by 410 deep. Now I wanted to get two piles in each drawer, that's why the 410 at the depth in the kids is divided by 2, and the width in mine was divided by 2, so that I could get two piles side by side, or front to back. And this is what I need to cut. So I need to cut 4 pieces. Number 2 needs to be smaller than number 1 because it needs to be able to flip. So I'm hoping that 10mm is going to be... Is it 10mm? Yeah, 10mm should be big enough. Should be heaps of room. Then, well now, I need to go over and do some cutting. Some cardboard. Hopefully I can use that white box. It looks a bit better. Okay, I had to steal some boxes out of it from inside. These are just a packing box so that I could do this because my other boxes weren't quite big enough. Anyway, let's get to it. So I'll start with the kids folding machine. So I need 2 at 410 by 270. These measurements are in millimeters. And my kitten just stole my square. Please excuse the sniffing, I've got a summer cold. It's getting towards the end of summer, but that's still not an excuse. Well, sorry, that is my excuse and I'm sticking to it. Always helps if you've got your knife ready. Alright, it's a nice straight edge. What did I say? 410. And a pen. I thought rather than check my measurement, move my square, I thought I'll just cut it while it's there. Now I need 270 on this side, but I also want to try and get a square line, don't I? It doesn't help if my square isn't straight. 270 this way. I'll put 410 there so that I know where. It's almost enough to make, 200 by 270. Might be big enough to make the number 1. Now if you're going to cut it, you don't have to draw it. If you're going to cut it straight away. Good practice just in case you... It's a good practice just in case you... Oh, that didn't quite work, did it? Well, what have I done there? That's not even 270, that's only 230. 235. Uh-oh. Oh dear. I messed up. I forgot to account for the 3.5 centimetres that my straight edge takes up. Blow it. That's going to be a bit smaller. I don't want it smaller. So that's only 375 that way. Poop. Never change your device when you're measuring. Okay. So they're going to end up being my 3 and 4, I think. Nope, that's not even going to work. Maybe 1 and 2. 205. Yeah. When I measured the drawers, I used this one. I should have continued to use this little 3-metre tape measure. Excuse me for a sec, I've got to blow my nose. It's running. Alright, let's try getting this 410 by 270 again. But now I don't have 2 to cut. Now I don't have 2. Oh. I have another box there. Lay that one aside, that's my straight edge. What do I need? 410. 410 this way. I'm hoping that some of you guys actually caught my mistake long before I did. That's too small for anything I want. Okay. Let's just take that whole lot off. I'll go that way because it fits better on my board. This is going to be awkward. Actually, I'm going to turn it around because I'm left-handed. And that's why you draw your line, just in case. So you can put your straight edge back to it. Now I need 270 this way. Don't worry, I'm not measuring off this one. Is that going to be right though? Yeah, 410 that way. Nearly used it. 270. That would be me. I go off the side, cut it at an angle, but that's part of life. What else do I need? 205. No. 200 even. No. Now I can make what have I got? 235. So let's cut that down to 205 by 270. That'll work. What do I got that way? Okay, so this one needs to go to 270. Normally you'd measure off the straightest edge, which is an original, but I don't have an original on this one, I don't think. So that was 270. And this will be 205, wasn't it? Leave the knife alone till you need it. And of course I wrote my 270 on the wrong spot. In a hurry to cut, and I'll cut off my line again. You get that. Now what else have I got up here? That's not 200 of wide, is it? Yes, it is. Okay. Cool. $200. What piece was that? That's number 1. That 270 by 410 is a 3. This is a number 2. I don't know what I'm going to do for number 1, but that's for whatever the other number was. When you're working with knives, always watch your fingers. Okay, so, whoops, over changed that one yet. It needs to go to 200. Or was it 260? 270? Uh-oh. 205 by 270. 200 by 260. Oh dear. When making these, it's just a lot of cutting. To start with. So what do I need now? Number 4, I think. 1, 2, 3, yes, I need number 4. What have I got there? What sizes have I got? 270. That's not going to make it. So I'll throw that one away. Alright, so I'll make all my measurements off this end. So I need 410. Try and keep your work area clear. 410 by 270. 410 is all the way up here. Pen, not knife. I'm likely to get yelled at for doing this, but doing it this way. But I'm not real fussed at the moment. By 270 this way. There goes my instructions. Had to get them before the kitten did. Alright, 270. Okay, now that I've got them cut, I can lay them in my little design and hope to heaven it works. 1, 2, that goes there. Oh, what's happened there? Oh, 270 plus 270 equals 5 40, not 410. Yeah. My brain still works sometimes. So what am I going to do about that? I'll have a smoke and think about it and get back to you. And we're back. I had a smoke, well, I'm still having my smoke, but I had a thought. I've got 1 and 2 turned around sideways. So if they go like that, it all fits. Alright, so now we need to tape the top boards together, all 3 of them, and then only the centre board. So we don't need tape down the bottom half here. And so that I'm not influencing anybody, I'm going to finish my smoke and come back to you. Maybe move inside where it's a bit cooler. Okay, we've had a bit of a lighting change because I've moved inside. It's a little bit cooler and a lot less wind. I've left my cutting board outside, so that's all good. I shouldn't need it. I'm only taping up. So what I need to do is lay my bits of cardboard out again. Another 3 and 4 on the opposite sides to the picture, but that's alright. Now I want to tape number 1 and 2 together first. I'm using a slightly heavier duty tape than you need to, but I've got quite a bit of folding and I'll use these for several years. What you want to do is get a little bit of a gap there, making sure that you're central, because your bottom one is number 2 is smaller than number 1. So you do want to try and get them lined up, but perfection is not the key. So I've got a bit of a gap there, so that's fine. I'll only make this one in this video because cutting took me more than 15 minutes, but I will try and edit that down a bit. Oop, that bit's a bit shorter than the other side, but I don't mind, I don't care. Now again, you want a small gap there in between 1 and 3, because you don't want them, as some people would say, binding. Well, that's exactly what you don't want. A bit more of a gap there. At the time of making this, I am still having trouble with my editing software, so please be patient and I will get it up. We'll get this video up. I'm just not exactly sure when. Oh, and it's the day after Valentine's Day in 2019. So that'll give you a rough time frame of how long it's been since I put this up. Okay. Number 4. You want number 3 to fold over nicely. And number 2 to fold up. That works for me. I'm not super stressed over the colours. because it's only a clothes folding thing and not too many people are going to see it. Although the original one I showed everybody. Everybody that came into my house. Hey, check out what I made. And you can buy these, but I like making things. And I don't have a lot of money. And turn it over. One more bit of tape. Cut that one a bit short. Oh well. Just means it's going to work. Means I can put a longer piece on there if I have to. And there we go. Back in a second. Alright, so I have 3 items. I have my eldest daughter's dress, a kindergarten shirt or a school shirt or a shirt of some sort, and my little daughter's dress. So let's see how it works. I find if it hangs over the end, the easiest thing to do is just to tuck it up, for me. So I've got to break it in. 1, 2, and 3. And then you're all nicely folded. I'll show you on the shirt. It's just a little shirt for one of my sons. Again, it's hanging over the bottom, so I'll just fold it up a little bit. That side, and then up. And you've got a nicely folded shirt. Thank you very much. G'day, just in the process of folding these clothes, and I came up against some pyjamas. I have a little tip to keep them all together and make it easy for the kids to get a set. I don't know yet. Alright, so I've got just a set of dinosaur pyjamas for one of my boys, and I find it easiest to throw the shorts in the middle, so that when they pick up their shirt, they've got their shorts with them. Time saving. G'day guys, change of shirt, change of day. I lost the ending to this video, so I'm making a new one. There we go, we've sorted out the clothes folder. It is a bit of a long video, but I do thank you for watching it all the way through. Thank you for liking and commenting and subscribing and doing all that good stuff, and share the video if you want to, and see you in the next one.